It was supposed to be a night of celebration. A night of laughter, music, and champagne. But when the clock struck midnight, a birthday surprise became a scene of terror. In the early morning hours, a scream sliced through the quiet of a gated neighborhood, and a brutal murder shook a community to its core. What began as a party ended in tragedy, and what the world would soon learn was that this wasn't a random attack, but a crime rooted in betrayal, obsession, and desperation. Stay with us as we reveal the disturbing story of the birthday surprise that ended in blood. Isabel Ramirez was one of Los Angeles's rising stars. At 31, she was a celebrated fashion designer with a growing brand and a captivating social media presence. From runway shows to celebrity fittings, Isabel was adored for her bold designs and magnetic charm. To the world, she embodied success, beauty, and independence. Her husband, Marcus Ramirez, was no less impressive. A former professional athlete turned businessman, Marcus commanded respect within elite circles. Together, the Ramirezes weren't just a couple, they were a brand. At galas, charities, and award shows, the couple was inseparable, exuding an air of power and perfection. But behind the glitz and glamour, a darker reality was lurking. One that would explode on a night meant for joy. Isabel and Marcus met 10 years ago at a charity auction. She was an ambitious design student, and he was a rising football star with a boyish smile and a competitive edge. They fell hard quickly and publicly. Their wedding was the social event of the year. A picturesque ceremony in a private vineyard, graced by friends, athletes, and Hollywood elites. On the surface, their relationship was a fairy tale. Vacations in Santorini, ski trips in Aspen, and gala appearances for charities. But like every great tragedy, their story carried a shadow that would soon engulf them both. Beneath the surface of their power couple image was a storm of betrayal and heartbreak. Rumors circulated about Marcus' late-night escapades, nights that ended with mysterious texts and paparazzi shots of him with younger women. Isabel, torn between pride and desperation, sank into depression. To friends, she confessed that she felt trapped in a perfect picture that felt like a lie. Meanwhile, whispers circulated about addiction. According to court documents, Marcus had been abusing painkillers for years, using the pressure of a public life as an excuse for self-destruction. Then came the texts that would haunt the trial, messages from a younger woman named Sophia, hinting at a secret that would shatter Isabel's world. Suddenly, the cracks weren't just visible. They were about to explode. To the public, the Ramirezes were an unstoppable force, smiling, confident, and magnetic. But within the walls of their Beverly Hills estate, tensions bubbled. Neighbors later recalled nights punctured by yelling and the sound of glass shattering. Isabel felt like a prisoner, suffocated by betrayal and fear. Yet she refused to walk away. The brand she had built, the family she cherished, and the image she upheld kept her tied to the man she once called her best friend. Meanwhile, Marcus sank deeper into addiction, anger, and desperation. The couple that inspired millions was crumbling from the inside, and the world was none the wiser. The night of Isabel's 32nd birthday was supposed to be a night of celebration. Friends and family gathered at the couple's sprawling estate for an intimate party. The atmosphere was festive, music, laughter, and the sound of champagne corks popping. But as midnight approached, tensions boiled over. According to witness statements, an argument erupted between Isabel and Marcus after a phone call revealed a fresh betrayal. Guests heard shouting, then a scream that silenced the party. When friends forced their way into the couple's bedroom, the scene was horrific. Isabel lay on the floor, a crimson pool spreading across the marble. Marcus stood shaking, a knife in hand, repeating the words, "I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to." The birthday surprise had ended in a brutal murder. The party became a crime scene. The fairy tale was over. The murder of Isabel Ramirez became the trial of the year. The media swarmed. The tabloids published leaked text messages, intimate revelations that exposed years of betrayal, addiction, and desperation. Public opinion swayed wildly between heartbreak and condemnation. Marcus' defense claimed a crime of passion, suggesting that he acted in a fit of emotional torment. But as evidence emerged, security footage, witness testimony, and a shocking confession from Sophia, the other woman, the jury was unconvinced. The court found Marcus Ramirez guilty of second-degree murder. The sentence: 25 years behind bars. The couple that had represented the epitome of American success became a symbol of tragedy. The paparazzi captured the moment Marcus was led away in handcuffs, a broken man. Meanwhile, Isabel became an emblem for countless women, a reminder that even behind the gates of privilege and beauty, heartbreak can end in horror. Today, Isabel rests in a quiet cemetery in her hometown. The gravesite, adorned with flowers, cards, and photographs, serves as a reminder of a beautiful life extinguished too soon. Her legacy lives on through her designs, a foundation created in her name to help women escape domestic violence, and the memories cherished by those who knew her best. The paparazzi have long departed, and the gates of the Ramirez estate now stand closed. Yet the echoes of that night remain, a warning that even a birthday surprise can mask a tragedy, and that behind every picture-perfect scene, a darker story may be lurking. Do you think the pressure of fame made things worse for Isabel and Marcus? Could this tragedy have been prevented if the cracks had been exposed earlier? Let us know in the comments. Was this a case of a man pushed too far, or a betrayal too deep? Drop a comment and tell us, what would you have done if you were in Isabel's position? Would you have walked away or tried to save the person you loved? If you found this story compelling, be sure to like this video, subscribe, and click the notification bell. Stay tuned for more stories where appearances deceive, passions ignite, and tragedy can strike when we least expect it. Sometimes, the biggest battles happen behind closed doors, and the biggest heartbreaks occur when love turns to betrayal. Stay safe, stay vigilant, and thanks for watching.